Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hawks Tarot. I'm Dr. Jennifer Hawks. I have not done a reading for you guys in a very long time. For that, I do apologize. I have been busy with other things. This has been an interesting year. There was a lot going on with the full moon, and the full moon was in Aries yesterday. And so I want to do a reading for Aries through Pisces, and it's going to be the full moon energy as well as the energy surrounding you going into the weekend. For those of you who have not done so already, please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, I do offer personal readings. And on my website, dochawks.com, you can even book directly for whether it be a medical appointment with me or a reading or acupuncture or what have you. So please feel free to check that out. And we're going to be using Osho Zen Tarot as well as the Light Seers deck. And we're going to get started with Aries. All right. What's the energy surrounding Aries for the full moon and into the weekend? You got the Hierophant. So that could be tradition. Really, with the Hierophant and the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom, I feel like Aries, you've got to keep moving forward on and keep putting the work in towards something that you're trying to build, whether it be, building a life for yourself, building a career, building a lifestyle that you've been, kind of wanting for years. But this kind of feels to me like you've got to keep putting the work in traditionally on something to see the outcome that you're looking for. Yeah. Anything else for Aries around the full moon and going into the weekend? You got the Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Nine of Cups in the upright. So I'm getting this feeling like you may need to stand your ground and set boundaries around people that don't have the same goals as you do. Yeah, you're trying to reach this Nine of Cups personal emotional fulfillment here, and you may have someone that doubts you or is negative or puts you in a position that makes you feel lesser than or acts like you can't do the things that you want for yourself and for your life. They bring you a lot of strife, a lot of mental anguish. I want you to keep building, keep moving forward, and keep focusing on your end goal. And you don't have to be this Queen of Swords in reverse, right? So Queen of Swords in the upright has no problem setting boundaries and cutting things out that don't serve them. Queen of Swords in the reverse could be a little harsh with their words. They could be, mean or put people down or or this could signify someone who's having trouble speaking their truth, having trouble, setting proper boundaries. But for you, I'm getting, even if you do have a Queen of Swords in reverse in your energy this weekend, that maybe they're breaking your boundaries. Maybe they're just, full of all the things that you're like, I don't want to hear that right now. I'm working on things. I'm trying to build. I'm trying to move forward. I don't need your negativity in my head getting in the way of what I'm really trying to do here. Yeah, so keep traditional movement forward, trust your intuition and know that You're building something that takes time and effort to you're building something that takes time and effort. You're not going to get that by doubting yourself or by letting other negative people into your energy. Yeah. Yeah, that's what that message is. All right. From the Osho Zen Tarot, anything else for Aries for the full moon energy and going into the weekend? Celebration, completion, and possibilities. So the celebration is kind of like that Three of Cups, which I saw, it didn't come out, but I saw it for you in the Light Seers deck as well. So knowing that you're building on something, knowing that you're working towards your goals, and you're willing to put that work in, don't listen to the negative components that are pulling you away from the end goal, even if those thoughts and those sayings are coming from you. Take the time to kind of go out with friends, to celebrate, to really focus on both sides of your well-being. Maybe you have been hitting the grind kind of hard recently and you're not exactly where you want to be yet. But don't let others' negativity or your negativity that you're allowing into your space, right? Those thought processes that we allow, don't allow that to stop you from the big picture here. You do have where you're going towards this Nine of Cups. And it seems like you're okay with building this for yourself traditionally, but you may not be letting yourself have fun because you're focused on what you're trying to build. I think by maybe even this weekend going out and celebrating with some friends or just taking yourself out of that element for just a minute is actually going to help you to see the path clearly moving forward for what you need to do. Yeah. Yeah, something here with this completion to the two of, with completion to possibilities here with the Osho Zen Tarot is telling me by going out this weekend and celebrating a little bit, letting yourself be happy, even if you're not exactly where you want to be yet, that's going to help you to actually focus on what you need to do to move forward. Like you'll actually be able to, by getting out of your head and being in the moment, you're actually going to be able to let that wheel of fortune turn in your favor. You're going to be able to see more clearly too once you come back to yourself. Once you come back within yourself, you're going to be able to see things a little bit more clearly. Yeah. All right, that's what I have for Aries. Hope you guys have fun this weekend. Get some shuffles in here. All right, moving on into Taurus. Taurus. What do we have for the full moon energy and going into the weekend for Taurus? Full moon energy and going into the weekend for Taurus, please. Ten of Pentacles. All right, we'll take it. And Page of Pentacles. With Six of Pentacles on the bottom. All right, Taurus. So, Taurus, you may be thinking a lot about, having it all. Happy family, happy career. making sure that things are an equal give and take. You may even get a little bit of like a small offering that makes things seem more fair. I'm also getting here, Taurus, where you could be doing a lot of work to create this level of stability and financial security for yourself and your family. And you need to, almost like you need to spend a little bit more time with those people that you love instead of putting so much effort towards the financial security aspect of it. Yeah, Taurus, I'm getting something around either someone in your unit is only bringing a small bit to the table when you're bringing a lot to the table. Or this full moon and this weekend is going to be more about you pulling back from the focus on the 10 Pentacles, pulling back from and not giving so much, making it more of an equal give and take, and focusing more on the other side of the big picture with the emotional side of happiness. But you, Taurus, are very focused on this 10 of Pentacles energy. So either someone's not in your family unit or in your unit isn't completely giving all of what you're giving, and there needs to be more of an equal give and take so that, or you are giving too much to the financial side of things and not so much on the emotional side of things. So you've got to pull back a little bit on the rigidness in your thinking of bottom line things and focus more on balancing with the heart. Like, give a little bit of emotion to this situation. Yeah, tell me more. What should I be seeing around Taurus with this 10 of Pentacles? 4 of Swords. Yeah, I think you've been going a little bit too gung-ho on that. Pull back a little bit. Take a little bit of that respite. And instead of being this 10 of Pentacles focus as well as this provider for others, you want to maybe pull back some of that energy and be a page for a minute, like you're contributing. But it doesn't all rely on you. You got to take a little bit of rest so you don't burn out. Yeah, you've got fears surrounding making sure that the family is well provided for. You want to be this provider, this almost like I'm feeling like you want to be this. You want to be everything to those around you, but you do so much already, right? Like, you are so important to those around you, but it doesn't mean that you need to overgive and burn yourself out and focus on the pinnacles and not the cups or the passion and like what makes you happy. But you do have fears surrounding family, surrounding their stability, providing for them and yourself. It's almost like you don't want to leave someone without. And if you have something coming up, Taurus, where you're not going to be available for a period of time to help those that you love, I can see where you might be trying to really build right now to create this sense of security so that when you return to work or when you return, you won't be in such a deficit. Something about that. Very financial based energy for Taurus, for the full moon energy. But I am very much getting that you need to take a rest. So please allow yourself to do that this weekend and not give so much and also not worry so much. Allow yourself to feel the emotional side of things. Even if it's like just to spend time decompressing, spend time alone or with certain people that don't drain your energy and that don't expect money from you either. Yeah, I'm going to pull from the Oshas and Tarot now. And Oshas and Tarot show me energy around Taurus for the full moon and going into the weekend. Energy around Taurus. Taurus for the full moon and going into the weekend. What do we need to see for Taurus? The exhaustion card popped out with the Rebel on the bottom of the deck, which is card number 4, which often signifies the Emperor. You got exhaustion, and it kind of landed to where I was looking at it upside down. So same thing with the Four of Swords here. Exhaustion signifies more of almost like that 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, trying to hold on to what you've built. You're anxious still, though. I don't know what this energy is to where you are afraid of not being able to provide for yourself and your loved ones, and you're putting all this effort in, but what the cards are really telling you to do is to take a break. And I mean, not take a break to the point where it's actually going to be an issue where you're not getting things done, but to take a break in the sense of like just the weekend, like take a couple days off to where you're not mentally exhausted about everything that you have to do or that you feel like you need to do. And you're also not physically exhausted by all the work that you're actually doing. Yeah, have patience and allow yourself the break that you need to take, Taurus. Good luck with that. All right, we're going to move on into Gemini. Okay, Geminis. Okay, let's get some shuffles in here for my Gemini gang. I am a Gemini myself. Gemini sun. Gemini babies. Let's see here. Your cards are not wanting to shuffle. Gemini, please. Okay. Try this again. The energy for it shuffled perfectly that time. The energy for Gemini. The energy for Gemini for the full moon and going into the weekend. Energy around my Geminis for the full moon and going into the weekend. Judgment card. Oh, and now you got tons of hoppers. Judgment card, Queen of Swords in the upright, and then the Hierophant in the reverse. With the King of Cups and the Two of Cups on the bottom. Okay, so Gemini first came out, Judgment card for you. So that's about releasing, right? Releasing ideals, setting yourself free. Queen of Swords, which could represent a Gemini, is an air sign. And the Hierophant in the reverse. Straight away, the message that I got for you was you need to release the harsh judgments that you have on yourself. About others, could be about others too. You need to set strong boundaries, and that you need to consider doing things in a non-traditional way. There's a message that some of you Geminis have that you need to get out there. And it may not be something traditional that needs to be said. You may have a talent that's not traditionally shown or respected, or even something that you could make money on. But because of something that is kind of non-traditional, you almost were placing that judgment, like prejudging yourself about what others are going to think. So you're not speaking your truth on it. You're not teaching people about this thing. Like, because this Queen of Swords can be a teacher too. Once you release the judgment on yourself, I think you're going to be able to help a lot of people with the message that you need to get out there, that you need to spread. It's going to be something very non-traditional, but you're going to be able to teach people, but you're holding yourself back on it. So this full moon energy was actually to help you to release that judgment that you have on yourself that's holding you back from doing something outside of the ordinary approach. Maybe even, my nose is itching now, maybe even the sense of allowing yourself to do something that you've always thought needed to be done a different way. Maybe it doesn't have to be done that way. Maybe it doesn't work for you that way. Okay, Geminis, use both sides. Let both sides talk to each other here. Whatever you've been holding yourself back from doing and judging yourself on, instead of just realizing that not everything has to be done in the way that you've known it to be done in the past. And you might have a very important lesson for others, as well as something that's really going to help you to open up and bring in more joy into your life. But release the judgment surrounding what was non-traditional that you're thinking about doing, or that you haven't been letting yourself do because it's just not the way things are done. Yeah, release that thought that things have to be done a certain way. That is the energy for you for the full moon and going into the weekend. Let's get Osho Zen Tarot's message for you. Gemini, for the full moon and into the weekend. Get a little extra shuffle there. It was like, yeah, Gemini for the full moon and into the weekend. breakthrough. I love when they match, when the messages match, right? So by releasing yourself with this full moon energy, by allowing yourself to realize that it's not necessarily the wrong way, it might be the exact right way for you. And just because something is non-traditional or against the norm doesn't make it bad. You're going to have a breakthrough on something with whatever you release with this full moon and throughout this weekend on something that's exactly right for you, that is non-traditional. And Wheel of Fortune at the bottom here as well. You're going to let that Wheel of Fortune turn. It's your destiny to have a breakthrough around this topic or subject. I'm going to dig just a little deeper for the Geminis right here. Can you tell me what is non-traditional, or what is this breakthrough related to for Gemini? The Fool in the reverse and the King of Wands on the bottom. So this breakthrough is surrounding, and this like non-traditional thing is about you making a leap of faith. Well, or holding yourself back with that, finally releasing that judgment on yourself. And so the breakthrough is surrounding what you haven't been letting yourself do, right? What you haven't been letting yourself go for, what you're not allowing to happen spontaneously. Yeah. Go for it, Gemini. Go for it. You got this. All right. Moving on into my Cancers. Cancer darlings. Come on in. Cancer is my moon and my rising. I love my Cancer babies. All right, we're going to start with light seers. Ask the message surrounding, ask for the energy surrounding Cancer for the full moon and going into the weekend. Cancer, full moon, and going into the weekend. All right. Show me what I need to see for Cancer for the full moon and going into the weekend for Cancer, please. Empress. And Four of Pentacles. With Justice on the bottom. So Cancer, you got the Empress. The Four of Pentacles. And you got Justice on the bottom of the deck here. So, of course, the Empress is pregnant in this card, but I'm not getting a lot of messages surrounding pregnancy or fertility. I'm getting more messages surrounding you wanting to kind of create and be, put yourself out there as this Empress energy, right? You want to be balanced. You want to be powerful, but there's something holding you back, and it might be financial stability with the Four of Pentacles here, but there's something that you're not sharing with the world that is kind of holding you back a little bit. So you do have this Empress energy here, and maybe this weekend is an opportunity for you to really let yourself shine. But you also have the Four of Pentacles here, which, you could be just fine and stable, but you're guarding your heart. You're holding back a little bit, right? The Four of Pentacles. something in your energy is not letting you really come out as the Empress. It has to do with you guarding your heart and holding yourself back. I feel like it's financial with the Four of Pentacles here. And you may have a really good idea, Cancers. This might be something that you have like this fantastic idea. And you could really create something that would be generational. But the idea of having to maintain stability and not sure if you have enough to bring this idea to fruition is causing that pull back, that withdrawal from truly putting yourself out there as the Empress energy. With the Justice at the bottom, I feel like it is trying to say that everything's going to work out for you on that. You're going to have to make a decision to move forward, though. You're weighing the options, right? Do I create? Do I put myself out there? Do I hold back? Do I keep it safe, stable? Whatever you decide to do, it seems like it will be the right decision for you with Justice at the bottom. But I think that's also a way of reminding us to release some of that fear, to let our hearts open, because everything will work out. You just have to make a decision and then go for it. Give me more from the Light Seers deck here. What else can you tell me about the energy here for Cancer for the full moon and going into the weekend? What else can you show me? Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. You're a lot better off than you think that you are, even on your own. So if this is regarding like any type of relationship aspect to where you were, coupled up, children, whatever, you're trying to maintain this stability with the Empress energy, and then now worried about stability, holding back, guarding your heart. But the Nine of Pentacles is here, so you'll be just fine on your own if that's what you're dealing with. So that was for some of you. For the rest of you, I feel like this Nine of Pentacles, going back to the thought process of you're trying to create and manifest something, you have a great idea, but you're holding yourself back. There's going to be justice brought in for this situation. But the Nine of Pentacles is here to remind you that Four of Pentacles is still some level of stability. Nine of Pentacles is reminding you that you're good on your own and that you have enough, right? You can create the life that you want. You can enjoy life's little luxuries. You can do what you need to do to move forward. And be happy doing it. You're going to receive some recognition that you've been hoping for. And it may mean a little bit more work for you, but you are going to receive recognition that you have wanted. Yeah, show me from Osho Zen Tarot now. What's this energy around Cancer, please? Interesting. You got the card laziness. So you got laziness. You got the outsider, which is similar to the Five of Pentacles here. And you got celebration, which is similar to that Three of Cups. Cancer, I think you've been thinking that, so even though you are this Empress, Cancer, but I think you're thinking that things are rough and you're an outsider, you're being left out, you don't have enough. But if you just get back to that thought process of even the step down from the Empress, where you go to this Nine of Pentacles, right? This pre-Empress energy. If you just realize at least that part, like you're good, you're there, and you let yourself get out, let yourself put a little bit more work in. Let yourself put yourself out there. You're not being left out. You're not, everything hasn't fallen to pieces. And let yourself see the joy in life again with the celebration. Yeah, you're not giving yourself enough credit here, Cancer. And it's caused you to be a little, withdrawn. But you're just fine. This energy is telling you to get back out there, celebrate, let yourself be included. Right? Like, okay, so this is the idea I'm getting. So let's say you're like, oh, feeling kind of down and not feeling like you have a lot of money to spend or anything like that. And you've got friends that keep asking you to go do something or keep asking you to get together. And you keep pushing them away, pushing them away, pushing them away. But then in your head, you're in this Five of Pentacles outsider energy, right? Of lack mentality, of not having enough. But you're not allowing yourself to see everything that you have. You're not putting the work in to let yourself live this happy, balanced life. You try to create, you try to manifest, but then you get worried, and then you don't follow through with it enough, and then you think you're the one on the outside, you're the one being left out, or you're the one that doesn't have enough. But you're not seeing this Nine of Pentacles energy, nor are you seeing that you need to, kind of get motivated with good things happening in your life, with allowing yourself to spend time with others. Have the courage to go take an adventure. Yeah, Cancer, you need to have the strength to let yourself have an adventure. I hope that made sense for you guys. I was getting a few different specific kind of messages there. Okay, let's see for my Leos. For Leos, what's going on in the energy around my Leos for the full moon? All right, energy around Leos for the full moon and going into the weekend. Leo, show me Leo. Full moon energy and going into the weekend for Leo. That Hierophant's playing such a role today. Hierophant in the upright came out for my Leos. For Leo. And the Fool in the upright for my Leos. Ace of Wands on the bottom just caught my eye. I'm still getting this thought process about like building steadily and I feel like Leos are putting the work in very traditionally to build. Hierophant also for you, Leo, I got just now about a spiritual leader and taking advice from a spiritual leader, letting yourself receive good advice. Yeah, let yourself receive good advice if that applies to you. Okay, I'm gonna laugh about this because I just saw very clearly 5-0 with these two cards here. So for my Leos that are police officers, this might be resonating for you, of doing things very traditionally, very, falling in line with conformity, but also trusting your highest self so that when you do need to act quickly and spontaneously, that you will. And that also falls in line with the Ace of Wands of, passionate new beginning, fiery, passionate start to something, acting quickly. People may look to you when they feel very, this is definitely for a police officer. This message right here is that people are going to look to you as a leader, Hierophant, when they don't know what to do, the Fool. And you're going to have to act quickly as well as show them a little bit of care. So the bottom of the deck is Ace of Wands and then Page of Cups. So you're definitely going to act quickly to help those when they don't know what to do, and they're going to look to you as a leader. God, that was interesting. As like just all of a sudden, like I saw the 5-0 and then I got that message. Well, thank you for your service to all of my Leos that work in the, justice or in as a police officer or even security guards. I'm getting something to do with, I stated the message. I don't need to repeat it, but that was very clear. So if that applies to you, thank you so much for your service, and thank you for what you're going to do for these people who are looking to you when they don't know what to do. Okay. More for my Leos. Anything else for the energy around Leo for this weekend? And I have to back up because they're telling me that message applied more than just to cops. So for those of you who are in a leadership role as well, right? You may have people looking to you when they don't know what to do. And that's a lot of that energy around this full moon and for the weekend. And you're going to have to act quickly and help. Especially if people are down and out at that time. You're going to show them a little bit of care. And you're going to help them at least when they look to you as an authority figure. Or some form of leader. Yeah. Anything else for Leos for the full moon energy and into the weekend? The Emperor. You're going to take control of the situation. This is very much boss energy. This is another leader, and this is someone who is relaxed yet confident. Right, taking control. You're going to look at all the options, but you're going to move quickly with action. So you're going to look at how this affects everybody involved, but then you're going to make a very quick action forward to be able to offer your assistance. I just got a surge of different energies for Leos in this leadership role and in this position right now. Thank you for what you do. And I'm not going to go into all the details, but I'm getting some very intense energies about Leos that are going to be helping people this weekend. I hope everyone's safe. Be safe out there, guys. Be safe out there. Whew. Okay, from the Osho Zen Tarot now for my Leos. Energy around the full moon and moving into the weekend for Leo. Okay, you've got friendliness, which is very similar to that Two of Cups. And then you got guilt and clinging to the past in the reverse. Bottom of the deck is guidance and the upright, literally followed by the rebel again, which is an emperor card again. You are in a leadership role. You are boss energy. You are going to provide guidance for others. You are going to release the energy of guilt and clinging to the past. You're going to be this Two of Cups, this friendliness for someone who really needs you. Very strongly getting that. You could even be this friendly Two of Cups energy to someone that's in shock, right? That is feeling you're going to help them come out of this clinging to the past and this guilt. God, that's such a strong energy for you, Leos. There's a Leo out here who's going to do big things this weekend, and they're going to help people. And I'm getting this as like a more than one person. Like this could be doctors, this could be lawyers, this could be security officers, this could be police officers, this could be judges, this could be maybe you're a boss at a company. You could even just be the head of your household, helping someone else. You could be a spiritual leader, clergyman. You're providing guidance. You're helping people when they don't know what to do. You're doing it you're moving swiftly, but you're also doing it with a little bit of like kindness and friendliness. You've weighed out the options. You're going to act quick though, whatever it is, and you're going to do it with a calm confidence. Good for you. That is just so beautiful. Leo, I love this. Good luck to all of you. Please stay safe out there. But this was fantastic. Leo energy came through very strongly. Good luck out there, guys and gals. Stay safe. And I don't even need to give any other advice on that. You guys are going to do well. Okay, let's go into Virgo. Virgo for the full moon in Aries we just had yesterday and moving into the weekend. Give me the energy around Virgo for the full moon and moving into the weekend. Virgo. Ace of Pentacles. This could be a new offer, could be a gift, could be you putting a little bit of effort into something new, be someone offering you Something lovers on the bottom here, though. Love that. Virgo, you could have the opportunity to give more to a situation, make a choice about a lover, and whether or not you want to build with them. Like, do you want to be their empress? Do you want them to be your empress? Do you want the Ten of Pentacles together? But you're at this crossroads where you've got to decide whether or not you're going to give a pentacle to this, right? Do you have a pentacle to give to this situation? Yeah, the energy around Virgo is all surrounding whether or not you're going to make an offer or you're going to receive an offer. And it has to do with the lovers, which is a choice. Knight of Wands underneath that, which is very fast movement. Can be in and out, though. It could have been someone that I'm getting this. Okay, this is where I'm getting the pregnancy energy. I'm getting this idea about, like, you had a situation with someone. It might have been very passionate, very quick. It may not have been that involved. They found out they were pregnant, or you found out you were pregnant, however this applies. And you need to figure out whether or not you guys are going to do this thing together to create the Ten of Pentacles. Like, are you going to make that offering of that pentacle to really see if this could manifest into something that would be very beautiful for the both of you? You or they are actually very concerned about this. It's like a mental anguish. And you're trying to see if you could juggle this, if you could give to this, or if you need to walk away from it, or you could be on the other side of, like, is this person going to juggle me? Are they going to give to it? Is this going to be an equal give and take, or do I need to just walk away from this because they're going to prove themselves to be not, committed or not involved in the way that I want them to be? Oh, okay. So there's that. Put these back on the bottom. I literally got all of those messages from only one card out. So my downloads and my mediumship messages from my guides are always way stronger than anything that comes out on a card. And usually that's what tells me how to read the card based on the messages and the channeled messages that I get as well. But for you, Virgo, I got all of that off of only the Ace of Pentacles popping out. Okay. Tell me more for Virgo for the full moon and the weekend. Virgo, full moon and the weekend. Six of Cups. Nostalgia, family, memories. Could have been old childhood friends. Then on the bottom, this time you have Three of Pentacles. So whether or not, that's teamwork, collaboration, whether or not you think that you guys could work together and build something. Could we collaborate on this? Could we create this beautiful family? And right underneath that, you had King of Wands. And immediately the thought process I got was, like, balancing head and heart and doing the right thing. Like did I say Wands? I don't know. Anyway, King of Swords. And I just got this idea about doing the right thing. Creating that stability, creating a soulmate opportunity for you. Like, no matter how it started out, it could turn into something very beautiful. Like King of Swords is trying to be very logical here too. But I think it's like someone's worried about opening up their heart and whether or not it's going to work out. But it feels like this is something that could be very beautiful. Take it how it applies. Osho Zen Tarot for my Virgos here for the full moon and moving into the weekend. It fell. The Lovers again. All right, Virgo. This is similar to the Four of Wands. Participation. Abundance. We are the world. I think you're actually destined to build something with this person. Even if it was not set up the way that makes you feel safe moving forward. Yeah. All right, Virgo. Look at the choices laid out in front of you, right? See whether or not you could really collaborate and get along with this person. No matter whether or not there is a pregnancy involved, you have the opportunity to give to this. You also have the opportunity to receive from this. It does look like something that would eventually work out pretty well, but you're going to have to make a choice on whether or not you're all in. All right, Virgo. We're moving on to Libra. All right, Libra energy. Libra energy for the full moon and moving into the weekend. Show me the energy around Libra. Libra, please. Oh, good God. Oh, good God, Libra, what's going on? You got the Five of Wands on its side, which means you're currently dealing with quite a bit of a struggle. Could be fighting, could be jealousy, could be conflict. To the Ten of Wands, which is overburdened, overstressed, forget it, walking away from it. You're going to have the internal strength and the courage to be able to release your fears so that you can release the burden. Yeah, so Libra, you got Five of Wands on its side. And Ten of Wands in the upright. Like, look how battered and beaten and done she looks. And she, like, the ox is completely weighed down. She's taken her bags and she is leaving that situation. There's been a lot of conflict, though. Like, this Five of Wands conflict energy, I think, has been here since before the full moon. Because it's in transition, right? So this was something that's been happening. Because of all this conflict, though, you might want to kind of just walk away from the situation. At least, if for nothing else, to let yourself decompress. Make sure to release your fears before making this choice. And focus on what's going to bring you happiness, right? Like, of course, be a good person, you know? I don't know whose fault is what. No way for me to really get into that on this general of a reading without having at least one of the people in front of me. But for this, I'm getting that because of all this conflict and jealousy and fighting and everything that you've been dealing with, legit, as I said that, a text message just came in from a Libra that I know has been dealing with some things recently with the conflict. So I guess my message reads far and wide. But really focus on what's going to put you into the best place physically, mentally, emotionally, internally, where you're going to be happy with your choice and not let your fears make that choice for you. Use your strength and your courage to put yourself in a situation that's best for you. All right, for my Libras, give me an Osho Zen Tarot. For the energy around my Libras, for the full moon and into the weekend. Full moon and into the weekend for Libra. You got isolation on the bottom. So honestly, that would make a lot of sense if you went from conflict to being done with it, that you may want to take some time for yourself with the isolation. And then you got the Creator in the reverse. So are you not feeling safe and secure? Are you not using, your grounding techniques, the root chakra to feel, and this could be root, sacral, this could be all the way up to solar with the way that this is portrayed on the card. But when we think about it in the sense of our groundedness, our root, our feeling safe and secure, feeling like we have a place in this earth, we don't need to constantly mark our territory or, reiterate ourselves in a, we don't need to create more drama just to be. Libra, this full moon is an opportunity for you to release the conflict, for you to release the things that don't serve you, for you to really focus on what's going to bring you happiness, for you to sit with yourself maybe in isolation and really focus on that grounded energy of what will truly bring you happiness, not from an outside source, from within. What can you do to create the life that you want, that you're going to feel good internally and externally? I'd like to get the hell off of this energy. Excuse me. Oh, okay. I'd like to get off of that energy. Okay, we're moving on to Scorpio 10357. Okay, Scorpio. Oh, cleared that. Thank you. Full moon energy for Scorpio and going into the weekend. Show me the full moon energy for Scorpio and going into the weekend. Scorpio, please. 6 of Wands. Kind of fell out on its side. Let's see. Scorpio, please. Energy around Scorpio for the full moon and the weekend. And then you got the 10 of Pentacles with the Chariot on the bottom. Okay. So you got 6 of Wands. That's all about that victory, recognition, coming home for more, getting the accolades that you deserve. I'm getting the thought about getting recognized for who you truly are. as well. Finally getting the praise for being you. Getting recognized for who you truly feel that you represent. And then with the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like maybe you're finally finding your soul tribe. Like you're finally finding a comfortable place for you to build upon. I don't mean that to sound like a question. It's almost like as the message came in, I was questioning if that's what it meant. With this full moon energy, you are going to be able to bring light and dark together. You're going to be able to stand in your power, show the world who you are, and allow yourself to attract the right soul family. Allow yourself to really feel like you finally have it all. You're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. You're going to be able to put yourself out there. This is a victory. This is all good. Thank goodness, Scorpio. You know, I was getting a lot of really rough readings for Scorpio last year. And I haven't done a lot of Scorpio readings this year. But I'm so happy for you guys and gals. This is fantastic energy, Scorpio. Whatever you did to release yourself, congratulations for standing in your power, for being comfortable with who you are, for creating the life that you want, for drawing in your soul tribe, for standing there, even if in the past that would have made you feel vulnerable. You're letting yourself be recognized for who you truly are. And for that, I congratulate you. Good job, Scorpios. I just love that. Okay, let me have an Osho Zen Tarot for Scorpios. Projections and Thunderbolt with Transformation at the bottom. Transformation is a Scorpio card. You've transformed yourself, Scorpio. It's been, like I said, it's been a while since I've read your energy. You've transformed yourself. You have allowed yourself to truly see yourself for who you are. You've allowed that tower to burn down on what you told yourself about yourself before, what you projected out into the world because of how you saw yourself. You've changed that, right? Projections to the Thunderbolt, right? So this has changed. You've allowed it to change. You've allowed that tower to come crumbling down. And you have had a transformation. With this full moon, you actually released this stuff, which is why you were now seeing, for the energy from the full moon and into the weekend, your Six of Wands and your Ten of Pentacles. And that deck had the Chariot on the bottom. So you really are getting so much victory now once you released that. Once you released the way that you saw yourself, the way that you thought you had to be, the way that I made the statement I needed to make on that. Congratulations, Scorpio, for really putting yourself out there, letting yourself be recognized for the beautiful person that you are, and not letting your own insecurities and internal weight that you placed upon yourself determine your happiness or who you are in this life anymore. Okay. Good job. Good show, Scorpio. Good show, I say. All right. We're moving on into Saggies. 1/10/32. All right. Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius energy. Once again, please make sure that you guys like, subscribe, comment if it calls to you. And either way, I hope this message resonates. Because if it's not for you, it's not for you. If you want a personal reading, happy to do it. My website is dochawks.com. Yes, I am a doctor. I have a whole private practice outside of just, every once in a while I'll do an energy reading on YouTube when I feel called to. And with the energy that I felt last night and leading up to this full moon, I was like, it's time to put another message out there for my gang. All right. Sagittarius, show me the messages for Sagittarius for the full moon and into the weekend. Sag. The Chariot. All right. All right, Saggies, have you been working on pulling things together so that you can move forward and be happy? Hope so. Full moon energy surrounding Sag for the full moon and into the weekend. Okay, 7 of Swords. Might have been something you had to get over. And you're finally moving forward from it and you're not going to just run off into the night. Like you're going to face this. You're going to face it head on, I'm seeing. After trying to run away from it in the past. And you've rested. Oh, bottom of the deck is 4 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, to the King of Wands. So this is kind of showing me that, after you stop running from something and you can finally rest and heal from it, then you can realize, so finally rest and heal from it, then you can realize that you're just fine on your own. And that, yeah, it takes some work, but you can finally feel good again about yourself, right? And you can finally put yourself back out there as this King of Wands. Wands is fire energy, so is Sag. I think you were beating yourself up quite a bit for a while now about something. But you realize that was not the way it was supposed to go. You ran from something before. Now, this could be that you put it into the past and you moved on from someone who lied to you or betrayed or stole something or was hurtful in some way to you. But I'm actually getting that you're not going to run from this anymore. You're going to face it head on so that you can recover and be stable again on your own and put yourself out there as this King of Wands energy, as the energy that you were meant to be, right? Spent a long time worrying about it and burdened by this, but it doesn't bring you any joy to do that. Yeah, you're finally moving forward after this full moon. And you did get 7-7, if that means anything to you. You got the Chariot and the Seven of Swords. And this is, with these two cards, is why it keeps telling me you're not going to run anymore from your own problems and that you're going to face it head on. Bringing two competing thought processes together for a victory moving forward. You're not going to try to take the easy way out. Yeah. Okay. Anything else for Sagittarius? For Sagittarius for this weekend? Energy around Sagittarius. Page of Wands, right? So as you do face things, as you do, realize like, hey, like the only way to get over something is to go through it, right? And as you take responsibility for yourself and you recognize but also forgive what you've done as well as what other people may have done, and you're going to finally start with some of that wand energy again, right? Smaller gesture, right? Page of Wands, a little bit out the gate, something fun, something adventurous. And then bottom of the deck, you had Temperance, right? So that alchemy card and all in divine timing, making sure that everything fits just perfectly for your life, right? So as you recognize where maybe you had ran from some things in the past that you didn't want to face, whether they be about yourself, about the world, about somebody else, you're ready to kind of get yourself back out there again and bring the two sides together to have a victory, right? It's never too late to try to work on balancing things out for yourself. Yeah, bringing balance and justice back to your life after a time of being left out, a time of poverty, a time of not feeling included, but I get this energy of you running from the truth in the past, and however that resonates for you. All right. On Osho Zen Tarot, show me for my Saggies full moon energy and into the weekend for Sagittarius. Okay. I think you're finally starting to boss up again in your life, right? You got 5, which is comparison, followed by the 4 card, which is the Rebel, which is the Emperor. So I love the comparison card, right? Because let's say you're finally recognizing the good and bad in everything, right? The strengths and the weaknesses. But one person's strengths shouldn't be compared to another person's strengths, right? That if you stop comparing yourself to others and accept yourself for who you are, accept maybe where you have faltered in the past, right? Everyone makes mistakes. And then bossing back up again, right? To be able to see yourself in this confident, commanding role again. And knowing that you can be the oak tree or the bamboo and still be incredibly powerful and durable. I think your conditioning in the past made you think you had to be a certain way. And when that just never worked out for you, you weren't willing to admit to yourself or face that you weren't that. I'm just going to use this as an example. you weren't that patriarchal view of power, or you weren't that stereotypical controlling, powerful person that maybe you were conditioned to believe that you had to be, or you had told yourself it's this way or no way. I will never, see myself as anything but this. I will never let other people see me as anything but this. So you've been able to actually, over this full moon, over this weekend, you're going to be able to release some of the conditioning that was placed on you as a child, and even all throughout your life thus far, about the image you saw yourself as, and the image that you had to present to others. Once you face things head on and face who you really are and balance that in your life for yourself. Because carrying the burden of, let's say, I'm getting this example. Let's say someone told you that you had to be this patriarchal, controlling emperor image, and that you couldn't let anyone else see if you weren't that, right? Well, let's see that in your mind equated to being this strong oak tree, but maybe you're bamboo and you're not this oak tree, but you didn't want anyone else to see that you were bamboo. Right? And you kept comparing yourself to the oak tree and to what you were told you had to be, but then you realized, I am just as strong with who I am. I don't need to pretend to be something else. I don't need to compare myself to others. And I damn sure don't need to be this controlling, patriarchal, there's so much coming in right now, leader. Yeah, I want to kind of get off of that energy because it's sending me so many messages. But I'm going to ask if Osho Zen Tarot has any more messages for me related to Sag for the full moon energy and into the weekend. Conditioning came out again. So I think I was right on. Ooh, new thought though. Maybe in the past, you were conditioned to believe that, right, like you were this lion and all these other sheeps had to do for you. Like you should be respected just because you are this powerful man, or because you hold this family name, or your status. Something in your conditioning of like you, that's why I kept getting patriarch. Was like, were you raised by a narcissistic parent? Were you the golden child? Or are you a narcissist? Just seriously though. You were told you had to be a certain way and that everyone should respect you for being that way. And it was hard for you to see what was truly expected of you as a balanced human being. But now you're not running away from the truth anymore. You're releasing, with this full moon, you're hopefully able to release, this is what you're supposed to be able to release, this conditioning of comparisons about strength and control. And you are, if you do release this, able to move forward victoriously, facing it head on, bringing the two sides together. Okay, that is what I have on that for Sag. Oh, it wasn't bad. It was strong. And probably not exactly what some of the unhealed Sagittarians wanted to hear. But if you did the work and you did release that conditioning and you are facing things honestly for yourself, then congratulations. And that was a good reading for what you've learned and for your victory moving forward. If this doesn't resonate with you, hey, chuck it. It's not going to be for everybody. All right. That's the end of my Saggies. Okay. So we're going to start with Capricorn in just 1 second. All right, Capricorns. Capricorns for the full moon energy and moving into the weekend. Okay. Show me the energy around Capricorn for this full moon and moving into the weekend. Capricorn, the Lovers, and the Eight of Swords. 9 of Wands on the bottom. You've been struggling with a choice that you have to make and you're keeping yourself stuck because there's something you're worried about. Like you don't want to risk what you've built and you're still kind of wounded from something. But there's a choice that you've been in the process of making, but you're keeping yourself stuck around it. Capricorn. Temperance card, which is balance, with the King of Swords on the bottom, so having to make that diplomatic choice. And then 5 of Pentacles popped out as well, which is lack mentality, fear of abandonment, being left out in the cold, also fear of, it's also financial loss. So you're trying to balance things out. There's a choice that you've had to make, but you're keeping yourself stuck, I think, because of these 5 of Pentacles fears. Okay, show me for my Capricorn. Full moon energy and energy moving into the weekend. Sharing and abundance. All right. And that had receptivity on the bottom. So you started out with the Lovers on its side. So this is a choice that you're aware of that has been in the process of being made, but you haven't released yourself quite yet. So this full moon energy, full moon is an opportunity to release. So please release what no longer serves you. So if the thought process surrounding making this choice is what's keeping you stuck, right? Make sure to release that because you really want to focus on this temperance and this balance. And I do believe there might be a fear that's keeping you stuck, like you think you don't have enough to make this choice. But really, it's just all about balance and releasing yourself from this 5 of Pentacles energy. And you have sharing and abundance that came out for you. So maybe you need to talk this decision over with somebody else. Maybe you need to allow yourself to receive help, especially with this receptivity card at the bottom. Allowing yourself to really trust your highest self, trust your intuition, and don't allow those negative thought processes that tell you you're not enough or you don't have enough to keep you stuck. All right. Good luck with that, Capricorns. Okay. All right, Aquarius. So what do we have here for the full moon energy And moving into the weekend for Aquarius. Show me the energy I need to see, please, for Aquarius. Full moon energy and into the weekend for Aquarius. Page of Swords. 7 of Swords on the bottom. Might need to look into something a little further. Aquarius, please. Empress. And 4 of Swords. Okay. Nine of Cups to the 3 of Swords on the bottom there. Energy surrounding my Aquarius for the full moon and into the weekend for Aquarius. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Okay, yeah, okay. High Priestess on the bottom. So there's something that you need to look into further. You're wanting to kind of create this Empress energy, but you need to take a rest first. Don't move into anything too quickly. If you're being offered something that's telling you you're going to get this bump up in status or, use your best judgment on that. Do your research. Look into it. Because this is kind of saying that you might need to take a rest before rushing into anything. And if you use your intuition, that things will balance out. But this energy is surrounding, for you, for the full moon and into the weekend, is surrounding the Aquarius with the Page of Swords. So that curious energy, this can be a child. It's a younger energy, right? It's a smaller energy. It's a page. But the curiosity and the studying up on something and learning more about something you don't know everything about. I feel like Aquarius was given an offer that was stated to them in a way that made them think they were going to have a glow up, a come up quickly. But that part of that is not, there's more than what meets the eye with this situation. You need to do your due diligence and your research to look into this and maybe take a step back while you look into it and not jump right into this situation, and use your best and highest judgment on this after you've done your due diligence and your research. Because I do see where something about this offer is not completely transparent. Yeah. From the Oshas and Tarot deck now, show me for Aquarius for the energy around this full moon and moving into the weekend. Harmony in reverse. And the Fool with morality at the bottom. So especially if something about this offer, this thing that you need to look into if not everything matches up with how you feel, don't jump into it. Harmony in the reverse. So there's going to be some disharmony surrounding this situation. And the Fool, right? So if you jump into this, you are definitely going to be the fool in this situation. There will be disharmony if you spontaneously jump into this without doing your due diligence. Take a rest. Think it over. Don't move too quickly on this, whatever it is. Take a look at what your goals are and whether or not this aligns with your morals as well as your goals. Yeah. Good luck with that, Aquarius. Okay. Into Pisces. 458. Okay, Pisces. What's going on with this full moon and this weekend for you guys? Pisces. Energy around Pisces for the full moon and into the weekend. Energy for Pisces. Hierophant, whatever. That has come out multiple times for these readings for the full moon. Okay. Pisces. The star on its side. And the Page of Pentacles. With strength on the bottom. I feel like, Pisces, you've been in the process of, for a while, right, with the star on the side, you've been in the process of trying to maintain hope and trying to do things in a very traditional way. And I think this is saying that you should still keep trying to do things in a traditional way. You should keep building. Stay hopeful and make a small gesture or a small offer. Especially if you were in a leadership role and didn't give as much as you needed to. That's for somebody. But yeah, very much surrounding the need to focus on things traditionally, building the way that things should be done, right? Staying hopeful and making that offer, making that small gesture. Osho's Zen for Pisces. Sorry about that, Pisces. I'm back. So I'm going to keep going and get a little bit more because I feel like there's a little bit more for you than what we've already talked about. We started with the Hierophant, the Star, and the Page of Pentacles, and really that aspect of you continuing to be hopeful and put the work in and continuing to do things in a traditional way with the strength on the bottom. But I feel like there's another message for you. So what else can you tell me for Pisces for the full moon energy and into this weekend? Seven of Swords. With the Three of Cups and the Devil on the bottom. I saw the card about hard work with the Eight of Pentacles. It didn't come out, but I saw it. And with the Seven of Swords actually coming out, for you, that makes me think, please don't let someone steal your hard work, steal from you, I'm just getting this thought process around someone trying to manipulate or take from you what you've worked very hard to get. You put the work in traditionally. You built a life for yourself. You've maintained hope. You keep making an offer and you keep putting in the work, but there's some form of theft, running away, hiding away, lying, something that you may be aware of it and just not letting yourself see it, but maybe it's something that you're not aware of where someone's trying to manipulate or take from what you've worked very hard to get. So Pisces. And then with the Three of Cups and the Devil on the bottom, Huh. Well, one, I want to say let yourself live a little bit with this Three of Cups. I'm getting this. I don't want to say keep your enemies close or keep your friends close and your enemies closer, but I'm getting this about someone who is close to you, maybe a little manipulative, or maybe trying to control you in some way, or maybe trying to use you in some way, but it's someone that's close to you. So please don't let someone else take what you've worked very hard to get in the first place. That may not resonate for all of you. I'm going to see if there's anything else you want to share here from the Light Seers deck for Pisces, for the new moon, or sorry, I'm losing my mind now. Please show me what I need to see for Pisces, for the full moon energy and end of this weekend. Three of Swords in the reverse. So this could be about not letting yourself grieve. But for me, I'm getting this thing about like coming out of the sadness, not seeing it the same way that you maybe had seen it in the past. Not letting yourself get hurt. You know, especially if you kind of already see this manipulative, lying, thieving type of behavior from someone that's close to you. Don't let yourself be hurt by it because you know how they are. So you had Three of Swords in the reverse and the King of Pentacles here. So the very first thought is don't let yourself get hurt by someone that you inherently thought was supposed to provide stability or supposed to give to this situation and they're not. You're going to have to remain hopeful and really know that the work that you're putting in will pay off. So don't let someone else that's not willing to put the work in take the credit for it or take from you what you have built. And I know that sounds like I'm just repeating myself, but that's what came through again for you. I feel like you're going to have to let the tower fall on a particular situation with some of the energy that's around you and affecting you so that you can move forward, so that you can not only let the wheel of fortune turn, but so that you can have these good things come in and, you know, these possibilities for you come in. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get off of that energy because they're not telling me anything else. All right. So now with the Osho Zen Tarot, show me the energy for Pisces for the full moon and this weekend. Courage came out in the reverse. But I love this card because, like, I think it's like a daisy. But this flower is growing out of the rock. Like, out of the harshest conditions that you can flower and thrive, this flower is doing so, right? So you may feel this weekend like you just can't keep up with it. So if you do need to take a break, let yourself receive, right? You don't have to, Pisces, you don't have to be strong for everyone else. I see here that you do a lot for other people. And You seem to be fine with putting the work in to build. But maybe this weekend you're not supposed to be strong and resilient and taking it on for everybody else. Maybe this weekend you're supposed to kind of not let yourself get hurt and see people and things for what they really are, and not try to maintain this strong front. Let yourself receive. Spend time alone if you need to. But receptivity on the bottom there. So don't forget that you, for all that you give, allow yourself to receive back as well. Anything else from Osho's Zen Tarot for my Pisces? Osho's Zen Tarot for Pisces, please. For my Pisces. Oh, a bunch of them. You got sorrow. You got moment to moment. Inner voice. Flowering. And abundance. Yeah, you may actually, you have put the work in. You're not sure if you can keep going on this. You're finally starting to kind of see, if you hadn't already, some of the behaviors of the people around you and whether or not they were selfish behaviors or if they really did have your best interest in mind. You're going to kind of start to see where certain people have been taking from you and you have been taking things on for them. So this weekend may be a time for you, and this full moon may be a time for you to not be the punching bag for one, but also to not be the one that maintains that sense of stability for everyone else. Not be the one that just stays strong and puts up with the abuse or puts up with, the manipulation just because you can handle it and you're staying strong for everyone else. I mean, good Lord, Pisces, you deserve to have a little bit come back your way here. So if this weekend if you do need some time alone this weekend, just know that that's okay. Recognize people for who they are and how they are. You can choose to love and show compassion anyway, but set your boundaries properly. And, this sorrow to this moment to moment, to this inner voice of like, listen to what your highest self is truly trying to say to you. Listen to your guides. Know that this sorrow and maybe how you feel about how you've been treated or some of the people in your life, this will pass. This will pass. And just trust yourself, trust your inner voice. This is a growth period for you. You are going to be flowering. You are going to be receiving abundance, but this needs something. Okay. This lesson needs to be learned, and you have to release the manipulative energy in your life, not let yourself get hurt by it, but also not put up with it and not just stay strong for other people. Let yourself receive, let yourself have downtime, let yourself have this moment to really look at what you want and what you've built and allow yourself to truly grow from this. You're going to gain a sense of a maturity from this lesson, from the release that you're making last night and through the weekend. There's a big lesson here for Pisces. Don't let people manipulate you, and don't just put up with it to keep the peace. If you need the time away, take the time away. The sorrow and the grief surrounding this will pass. You are going to be receiving more abundance. But I get this feeling like there's some people in your life that don't deserve the rewards coming your way. And if you keep them close in your life and let them take advantage of you, or let them have their way, so to speak, without you setting boundaries and standing up for yourself, that your blessings are not going to be able to come in. I don't like saying that, but I'm very happy to give the message that needs to be given. Any other messages for my Pisces? Yeah. So you had the Three of Cups come out before, asking for any other messages. Three of Cups came out again, but it was kind of in the reverse. So there is someone close to you that you need to set a stronger boundary with. On the bottom of the deck, you have Seven of Cups to the Queen of Swords and then to the Chariot. So, and then the Ace of Swords right underneath that, which is you speaking your truth, to the Five of Wands, which is conflict. Don't be afraid of the conflict. If someone else has a conflict with you speaking your truth or speaking up for yourself, if you do it in a nice, compassionate way, showing compassion for yourself and others, if they still have a problem with that, that's because they're trying to manipulate you. That problem really then lies with them, not with you. So you've got a lot to think about. You've got your options here. You're weighing out your options. So Seven of Cups, Queen of Swords. So you do need to set boundaries, cut out what doesn't serve you, and really, learn that there's nothing wrong with you speaking your truth. You can do it from a place of kindness and compassion. To the Chariot. Now this could be two-way Cancer, which is the Chariot, but this also could be so that you can move forward victoriously, because the Chariot is about two sides coming together to be able to move forward victoriously. It also can be about travel. But I just really get this thought of you weighing out the options and then you being clear in your ability, as well as clear in your thoughts about boundaries that need to be set and how to speak your truth so that you can move forward victoriously. Yeah. You're going to be just fine, Pisces. You're going to be just fine, my loves. So with this full moon, you had some releasing to do for sure. You've been doing things very traditionally for what you thought you needed to do to build for, the hope that you have for what you want in this life. And that has not gone unnoticed or unrecognized by your guides or by the universe. But there is someone around you that doesn't deserve those gifts, doesn't deserve those blessings, because they didn't put the work in that you did. And with your close approximation to this person, the universe feels like they can't bring these gifts into you either, because there has been a pattern of maybe you being a little too nice and letting other people take what's rightfully yours, or manipulate you, or take credit for things that they didn't work for. Yeah, you're going to need to take the time off that you need, and learn how to feel comfortable setting that boundary. And I know it's hard sometimes, right? We all struggle with this at different times in our life. Some of us struggle on, the extreme ends of it, right? Some people don't know how to respect anybody else's boundaries, right? So if you do have someone that doesn't know how to respect other people's boundaries and they're mean or they pop off all the time and everything has to be their way, well, that they have a problem. Okay, it's not your problem. If you accept that type of behavior from them and you let them into your space with that type of behavior and you let them think that that's okay, then that may be becoming your problem, or it may have become your problem already. So that's where the universe was talking about not being able to bring in the blessings that you truly earned and deserve because of some of the people that are around you. So know your worth, my darling Pisces. With that being said, I hope all of you have a beautiful release with this full moon. Go outside and check it out if you haven't yet. It is absolutely gorgeous tonight. It was big and beautiful last night too. Tonight it's even bigger than it was last night. I'm out in Arizona though, so I'm not sure what part of the world you're checking that out at. And if you'd like, it would do me a solid as well. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you feel called to, so that this message can be shared with many other people. If you do want a personal reading, I do offer those. You do have to book directly or through my website for anything, and that's dochawks.com. So with that, I bid you good night and have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.